of Independent States is a regional intergovernmental organization focused on cooperation on political, economic, environmental, humanitarian, culture, and other issues between a number of former Soviet republics. According to the CIS Charter, the Council of the Heads of States is the supreme body of the Commonwealth, which discusses and resolves fundamental issues related to the activities of member states in the field of their common interest. The goals of the CIS are defined as follows: comprehensive and balanced economic and social development of the CIS member states, ensuring human rights and fundamental liberties in accordance with generally recognized principles and norms of international law, cooperation between member states to ensure international peace and security, relation of effective measures for the reduction of arms and military expenditures, and achievement of universal and full disarmament, peaceful settlement of disputes and conflicts between the CIS member states, assisted citizens of member states in free communication, contacts, and movement in the Commonwealth.
The Community of Independent States has a total of 11 founding members, which are located between the European and Asia continents. These remain just in Eurasia. These members are
Belarus, Moldova, Ukraine, Russia, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Turkmenistan.
Corporation areas. Humanitarian cooperation, for example, culture, education, and science. Interparliamentary cooperation. Interregional and cross-border cooperation. General political problems. Legal cooperation. Security collaboration. Cooperation in the field of in-state exchange of science and technical information. Financial collaboration. Economic cooperation, topics such as industry and architectural business.
Today, the CIS is a formal cooperation of equal independent states, a regional interested organization recognized by the international community, a flexible mechanism for organizing interested and intergovernmental relations, allow them to take into account the integration and provides the opportunity of each of them to participate. Statutory bodies are Council of Heads of State, Council of Heads of Governments, Council of Ministers of Foreign Affairs, Economic Council, Council of Ministers of Defense, Council of Commanders of Border Troops, Interparliamentary Assembly, and Economic Court. The Council of Heads of State, SGS, as the supreme body of the Commonwealth, discuss and resolve any fundamental issues of the Commonwealth related to the common interests of the participating states. The chairmanship of the bodies of the Commonwealth of Independent States is carried out in accordance with the decision of the Council of Heads of State of the Commonwealth. The Council of Heads of the Government, CST, coordinates the cooperation of executive bodies in the economic, social, and other areas of common interest. The Council of Foreign Ministers, CMFA, is the main executive body that ensures cooperation in the foreign policy of the CIS member states on issues of mutual interest. The Economic Council is the main executive body that ensures the implementation of agreements adopted within the CIS. Under the Economic Council, the Commission of Economic Affairs is operating on an ongoing basis. The Council of Ministers of Defense, CMO, is a body of the Council of Heads of State on Military Policy and Military Development on the CIS member states. The Council of Commanders of the Border Troops, SKPB, is the body of the Council of Heads of State on coordination the protection of the external borders of the Commonwealth and enduring a stable position of them. The Council of Permanent Plenipotentiaries of Member States of the Commonwealth under statutory and other bodies of the CIS discuss and submit the participating states' proposals on the development prospects for the CIS. Along with the above-mentioned CIS bodies, about 70 bodies of industry cooperation had been created. To mention some, those are Anti-Terrorism Center, Interstate Bank, Interstate Statistical Committee, Interstate Council of Standardization, Metrology and Certification, Interstate Council of Emergency Situation of a Natural and Anthropogenic Character, Interstate Council of Anti-Monopoly Policy, Electric Energy Council, Interstate Council of Aviation and Airspace Use, Council of Heads and Statistical Services on the states participating on the Commonwealth, Council of Heads of Customs Services of the states participating of the Commonwealth, and other. The certification process in the Commonwealth of Independent States can be very complex, time-consuming, and subjective to change. The CIS is an international organization consisting of 11 former Soviet republics, as we already know. Each government in the CIS country has mandated laws regarding protecting of consumer rights, certification of products and services, standardization, technical regulation. The regulations, including implementation of certification laws, establishing rules and procedures of certification, establishing rules of accreditation. So Mexico and also other countries can get a certification process in the Commonwealth of Independent States to help some products and services get into the market quicker.
In all CIS countries, full foreign ownership is allowed in banking, construction, tourism, and retail, healthcare, and waste management sector groups. The most restricted sector for investment in the region is media, where the average index for foreign ownership for CIS region is 73.1. The potential sectors in these countries are agribusiness, Islamic finance, ICT, and tourism. In New Delhi, the government is planning to organize awareness programs in 5 cities of the country on business opportunities in CIS countries such as Russia and Belarus in order to boost bilateral trade. On December 8, 1991, in Minsk, the agreement of the establishment of the Commonwealth of Independent States was signed by the heads of Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine. An important contribution to the CIS coordinated actions is made by intersectorial councils covering economically and socially significant areas of interaction. Such bodies include the heads of the relevant state authorities of the CIS member states. Humanitarian cooperation is coordinated by the Council for Humanitarian Cooperation and the Interstate Fund for Humanitarian Cooperation of the CIS member states. Intersectorial councils are also active in the area of security. In the year of 2017, chaired by the Russian Federation, the priority task of work within the CIS was the implementation of the decision of the Council of Heads of State on the adaptation of the Commonwealth to modern realities. In 2018, the chairmanship passed to the Republic of Tajikistan. The meeting of the CIS Council of Ministers of Foreign Affairs, held on April 6, 2018, in Minsk, became a significant political event. At a meeting of the Council of Foreign Ministers in Minsk in March, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko identified fighting terrorism as the CIS main priority. Council members also discussed the importance of efforts to prevent the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction and of their delivery vehicles. In May, Ukraine and Georgia began talks discussing the possibility of seceding from the CIS. Representatives of both states say that they will analyze whether or not the benefits of CIS membership outweigh the cost. While Ukraine later promised to remain a member, Georgia started that a slow pullout was being considered. The democratic nature of the final round of 2004 Ukrainian presidential election, which followed the Orange Revolution, and brought into power the former opposition, was questioned by the CIS, while the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe found no significant problems. This was the first time ever that the CIS observation teams challenged the validity of an election, saying that it should be considered illegitimate.